Hey guys, welcome to Chapter 5, Lesson 3, where we will animate the third and the last animation sequence, or the gift box layers. You can see here that I animated the upper half and the bottom half together for the first 2 seconds, then split them open, revealing the word present for the end. I did using position, opacity, rotation, and trim paths for this animation. Let's go to the original composition. So here, I'm going to adjust our work area. There you go. Then before we start animating, we want to start with the upper half being flat open here. So we will hit R and adjust the rotation of the upper half box. For me, it will be around negative 20.5. Then let's move it here around. We'll look closely, then I will adjust the scale. There you go. Perfect. Now we can start animating this. So first, let's select the first 2 layers. We'll move together and hit P. Then add your first keyframes. Then go and type here. Go to the 610, then add the second keyframe. Then go back to the first set of keyframes, highlight them, then animate the position back. Perfect. There you go. Now, let's add the trim paths. In the first half layer, add trim paths. Let's animate the end. Then go to the 610 second keyframe. Return to the first keyframe and change it to 0%. We will just do the same thing to the bottom half. Go back to the first keyframe and change it to 0. Perfect. There you go. Our next step is to go here around our 4th mark for our last animation sequence. And we're going to hit R. This is the part where we will animate the opening of the gift. Then, from 0617, let's go to 0817 and add the rotation animation. As you can see, it's interfering with our bottom half box, but we will adjust it with the position. Now let's go back to the first keyframe of rotation, then hit P, then add a new keyframe or our 3rd keyframe in position. Then let's go back here to 0817, where it's rotating. I'm just going to move it here, so it will look like it opened, something like that. Then let's add more rotation here. Perfect. Then I want you to return to our 3rd keyframe of position. Then add or hit T to add an opacity. Then reveal all the keyframes again by pressing U. Go back to our last batch and change the opacity to 0%. When you preview it, it should look like this. Now, to add the present text, let's go here, hit the type tool, and then type present. I'm going to use in all caps here, and we're going to put it here in the middle. Perfect. I will scale it around 60px, then change the tracking. To look like this, and I want to adjust the duration of this layer, starting from 8 seconds, then animating to 9:12. Then I want to hit P and go to 9:12 and create another keyframe. Now let's go back to the first keyframe. Add an opacity animation by hitting T. Then reveal all the keyframes again by hitting U. Let's go back here, then add another opacity. What I want to do is to adjust here. There you go. Now let's adjust it again in the first keyframe. Perfect. Then adjust the opacity to 0%. We will have this kind of animation. Very good. Now I want you to select all of the keyframes that we did. There you go. Make sure you selected all of them. Then right-click the keyframe assistant. Easy ease. Now, let's see the whole animation. Perfect. That's all for Chapter 5, Lesson 3. See you in the next chapter.